You mean okay. I think I know what you're talking about. Okay.
That movie, it was a movie.
Terrence Howard, you talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was truly shocked by that, the fact that they would give that movie. And I know it's been a long time ago.
Brother, I don't understand why you.
Why am I shocked?
Yeah, I mean,
it's because how bad hip hop has gotten lately. So yeah. I have a hard time awarding it anything.
Yeah, that's true. It as what does Nas say, it's dead.
Yeah,
hip hop is dead. So that's it's believable.
Yeah. Man, yeah, you're right. Now that you mention it, it is
believable. I believe.
Yeah, because anything goes apparently.
But you're saying, it's scraps to appeal to black people.
That's what I think. And now I say that just because I was listening to the discussion. Somebody trying to when they were talking about that $450,000. I
was about to say that the reparations.
And that's the way it's written. And then
I'm not persuaded by that.
But you're saying, which
Brother Boone, Brother Joseph, you said something, brother?
Let's say I'm not persuaded by that.
I don't
have that. But I still feel the same.
You still feel the same about what, bro?
As far as well, it's all propaganda for the most part.
Yeah, a lot of it here. Yeah. So yeah, that had me cracking up, brother.
So reparations. This is from Atlanta Black Star.
Right.
Reparations. Biden administration reportedly in talks to pay $450,000 to families separated at the border for trauma.
Yeah.
In case anybody didn't know what he was talking about, for psychological trauma.
Yeah, there was a lady talking about it, saying that the suits that those families filed were in excess of $3 million apiece.
Mm-hmm.
So they were trying to come up with some type of way to settle it, where $450 for an individual and with a max of $1 million a family. Yeah, I was like, you gotta be kidding me.
I don't think so, brother. I think it's what's that?
You think they're gonna pay him?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not insensitive to people's plight. Right. I'm not insensitive to people who are coming from different countries, but I'm just curious as how that works. If you're breaking the law of a country and then the process, I mean, that takes place. Are they? Yeah. Because I guess I need to read more about it. Understand exactly.
Yeah. I don't know how they can. Well, I don't know. Is it against our Constitution or something to separate them? But
I don't see how the Constitution applies.
I don't either.
If you're not recognized as a citizen, but again, I'm not putting my stock in. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? Like I just wonder how that works.
I don't know.
I don't think you could do that in another country, but I'm wondering. Well, maybe because they were asylum. I don't know. What's that?
So you definitely can't do it in any other country.
Right.
Go across the border and then file a lawsuit for breaking the law.
Right.
But
yeah. And then who pays that $450,000?
Broke people like me. The federal government gonna pay it.
Broker people like me. Yeah, what's that?
Yeah, the feds are gonna pay it. That's your money.
Right.
Yeah. Seems like a whole lot.
450,000?
Yeah.
So they'll be in the 1%.
Yeah. Dudes go to jail. Dudes spend 30 years in jail and get out. Get what you call it? Not parole, but
they get released. They found not guilty. Right.
Right. Falsely in prison for 30 years for something they didn't commit.
Yeah.
And they won't get that much money.
So, but this seems largely political, though. So.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Seems like to me, yeah. Said ACLU said Trump's policy impacted over 500. Man, that's a lot. 5,500 migrant families.
Yeah, I think they said it would cost several. I think they estimated over $1 billion to make it happen. Oh, what did he say? I got a text from somebody. Austin.
Peace, brother.
Austin just got roughed up, I think. He was boxing.
He got roughed up.
No, he was at boxing. So
Oh, he's boxing too?
that's what yeah, man. You know, young fella got burned off that energy, you know. I mean to make you laugh like that. You know, young dudes got a lot of energy, you know.
Gotta do what you gotta do, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Watch that on TV.
Yeah. Now, while we on that subject, dude said, you know, that hate law got passed in like 3 months.
Say that again. What law?
Oh, you broadcasting live.
Yeah, we live.
I don't know if I can say it. The Asian hate law that got passed, the Biden signed back in May, I think it was.
Let me pull it up. Say it again for me, bro.
It was an anti-Asian hate law or something like that.
Okay.
The reason why I was laughing at that got passed in what, 3 months? they signed it, they presented it in March and it got signed in May.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yes. I remember.
And the reason why I bring that up, I said, did they ever get the anti-lynching bill signed?
I said from the beginning of my campaign, Madam Speaker, that
yeah. I don't know, bro. I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That we've been trying to pass that one for 100 years. And they got this one passed in 3 months.
I think, yeah, I mean, well, Asians are the next large minority majority, right? After Latinos, right?
Yeah.
So there'll be more. This is all about who's going to vote in the future. I think partially it's a power play by them.
Well, they did well.
Oh yeah, they have power, and they didn't get their power through voting. They didn't get it through voting. They got their power through putting it, you know, to steady grinding all these years through education, building businesses, being quote unquote model citizens, if you will. And now they can exert power. They didn't do that through voting.
Well, I started a ruckus one time when dude was talking about all the stuff immigrants are doing from other countries. And I said, that was after black folks got their hit. What the food? Brother Boo, what was that?
I missed it. What happened?
He showed something. Anyway, yeah, they did the, I can't even think straight after he did that.
Missed it.
Yeah, he flashed something, popped on the screen. But yeah, the dude, they passed the one law and then he's trying to, but look, man, I lost my train of thought.
Well, you know that we can forget it. Yeah. So other people will. It's funny how that, well, not funny, but it's peculiar how that works out. How, you know, you lay down, sometimes you even die, and people walk over your carcass and get what you should have had.
Right. There you go. It was benefiting from a struggle that my ancestors did, and they stood by and watched. Though they were here, they didn't join in. Yeah,
these so-called coalitions are not accurate. Or not real, you know. This Black and Brown coalition is black. These things are not real. See it in the face. Other than that, nothing else. What's up, brother Tim? How you doing?
I'm good, bro. How y'all doing?
All right.
Yeah, what's up with you?
How long you been retired, bro?
I know it's terrible, ain't it, man? About man, year and a half, maybe.
That's good, man. Hey, congrats.
No, maybe yeah, about a year and a half.
About a year and a half.
But only on paper about 10 months, I think. Yeah, I only been retired on paper 10 months. But the rest of the time I was on sick leave. So,
Okay.
yeah, that's why you go to work to save up your sick leave. With the end of your career, or in case you really get hurt, you know.
Yes.
Like I know people, they use their sick leave because it was Saturday.
Yeah. How cold is it up there?
And I had to turn the heat on. I hurt my feelings, man. You know I hate to spend money. I had to turn the heat on. It was 52 degrees. I had water dripping off my nose and everything. So I turned the heat on to 62. But it's cold, brother. I know you living a good life down there.
Warm weather.
Yeah.
We got a little breeze. It's a little different here than Atlanta. Atlanta don't have real cold winters. It don't really snow down there, but it's snow up here. I'm right on the state, so I'm kind of in the mountains a little bit. So we got some snow here last year, about.
So this is a global
so that's
issue.
something
So it's
I ain't
not just
used to.
chickens and $100 oil. It's huge.
My fault, brother. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
How about in Indiana? It's cold up there yet?
Heck yeah. I mean, it's not unbearable. It's not what it's going to be.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's we had some days where it's been like right now it's 37 degrees.
That's cold.
That is cold.
That's not what it's going to be though.
It's
You know
gonna
what I mean?
be worse. Yeah.
It's about to get real in a minute.
That's what the almanac said that too. The Farmer's Almanac said
Really?
we're gonna have a tough winter this time.
Yeah, right. Yes. I gave him that actually. And my papa talking about that. And then on top of that, you brought it up, brother. I just wanted to pull this up too. How they saying heating costs are gonna go up this year. I know, especially where we're at. I want to say at least an extra $70 a month.
Ooh.
I heard that today. But they're gonna increase.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just
What's
gonna
that?
I'm gonna put another hat on, get another coat. I ain't cranking up that heat, man, because I'm on fixed income now,
Yeah,
once a month.
Yeah, that stuff is NIPSCO out here, ComEd, Illinois. I don't know what it is in the South, but they don't play around, man.
No.
They don't play around. What's up, brother Austin?
Peace. What's going on?
Peace.
Hello?
Yeah, peace. We talking about one brother just retired, now another brother just getting started.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Congrats again, brother.
Thank you. Yeah, this is smooth. Steel mill is huge. It's like a city. But it's an experience for sure. My supervisor, one of the coolest supervisors in the world. It's just smooth.
That's good, bro. That's good. You got a cool ball.
You run the automation up in there or something?
So I'm an electrical engineer, and I'm responsible for troubleshooting and configuring the GPS systems that they have on the equipment that they have. They have these huge. They have a few machines that they use to move the steel slabs, and so they have a few machines that we track with a GPS in order to help with the logistics of moving the slabs around. One of them is called a crest, and then the other one is a C-frame and a MyJack, and then the crane. The crest is like this huge. It's a big, huge machine that it got like 6 big wheels on it, and it drives the slabs around the steel yard. And we have to each one of those machines have a GPS on them, and so we have to configure the GPSs on them and we have to configure the computers on them as well. And what the contracting company is trying to do is they're trying to implement an automation machine with a specific type of equipment called the MyJack, which doesn't require it doesn't require anybody to control it. So that's what they're trying to do. But that's what I'm doing right now. But it's real cool.
Yeah,
Good, bro. That's great.
yeah. They do that at Budweiser. They can stack a whole truck. The only time a man touches the stuff is when he drives it off the dock into the truck. And they're working on something to do that. I toured it. They got robots that drive through the factory with stuff on it. Then it goes into the little storage place on the side, and the little robot thing picks it up and sets it on the shelves. And then when the order comes in, because a friend of mine works there, he types in the orders, it does the same thing. Picks it up off the rack, sits it on one of them little carts, it go through the factory on its own, and takes it out to the dock.
Yeah, that's what they have that for the they have like, these are not regular Mack trucks that you see on the road. They're huge Mack trucks that can only drive a certain route because they're so big. But they're responsible for driving the steel coils and stuff, because that steel is heavy.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize the process of making steel was so complicated. It's like specific departments within the steel mill that's responsible for certain things. But it's cool seeing all of those old buildings. Some of those buildings are from like the 1900s.
Oh yeah.
And looking all of that stuff it's cool to see, because that stuff been there for hundreds of years, and they still using everything.
All right, man. Yeah, congratulations, young brother.
Yeah, man. And that brother, praise the Lord, he got a job. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but because I know how that could be, but I wasn't, doubting it. Lord will provide you a way. So,
Sir, all praises.
yes, sir. I was gonna ask you, and I didn't realize they did that at Budweiser too. So how many jobs do you think that's actually taken from other people with this automation?
They said, I'm not sure how many exactly, but they said that some of the people that work at the steel mill was reluctant to have them have a contract with our company, because they knew what was coming. Because they not only does my company have a contract with the steel mill, but they have contracts with steel mills that's in California, Canada, India, all over the world. And so at those plants, they're automated. So at this one, they knew it was a threat, and they were reluctant to have us come over there. But I'm not sure how many jobs exactly, but if they were that leery, it must be a significant number if they didn't want them to come. So,
Because I'm thinking about, like what the brother was saying, like at Budweiser, they're not touching anything.
yeah,
One man, and then everything else, because that stuff would be moved by manpower back in the day.
And-
And you don't need no forklift drivers with that.
Right.
those systems that they have can be easily implemented in other manufacturing facilities. It's just not the principle is the same thing. All you need is something to be able to track the equipment and then automate it, and then that's basically it. So it definitely is a threat though for a lot of those jobs. Wow.
Automation's taking over.
I didn't realize this until yesterday. I guess they have just an example of this. Conversation I was having, Uber came up and it was mentioned. I heard about this just yesterday, that they have cars that will bring you your food, and basically you go out and you there's no person in the car. Is that right? No person in there, and you just push buttons and get your food out.
I'm sure they're working on it.
Yeah.
Anybody else heard of that?
I heard Domino's is kicking it around. But
I never heard about. I heard about in LA. I know they got those self-driving cars, but I never heard that they was delivering Uber Eats.
I heard that they were trying to do it with semi trucks. Like
Right.
that'd be crazy if they did that.
Man, that's why I hope that doesn't go through. Them self-driving cars, that's scary, man.
Yeah.
'Cause, that will wipe out a whole bunch of people. That'll wipe out a
People,
whole
people
bunch.
wouldn't buy no car no more, and somebody will be in control of where you go.
Say again, brother.
It would be an incentive for people not to drive cars no more. They'll get a subscription to have a car drive for them or something like that, and somebody else will be in control of where that person goes.
That's true.
Yeah,
So, there it is.
that's 2019. Cause yeah, so you don't have to worry about nobody eating your fries. You want to pay $30 for a $12 meal, get you. But yeah, man, that's that's crazy.
We got somebody. Hold on. Somebody type some stuff in here. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna get to that, brother. That was Brother Joseph. He mentioned, whoa, Makai. Oh, hold on. Let's go back up. Hold on. Before we get to that, I missed this brother say he lost my previous job to automation. Brother Makai, automation driving is here, infrastructure and all. They just need to approve laws. Yeah, where this is going, I want to visit this some more. I just want to pick up on what Brother Joseph said. He said, basically, we talking about prices of heating. He said, have you noticed everything going up?
Yes.
Have you seen that in the stores? I've seen some,
Yes.
empty shelves, a bit. But you noticed the probably no gas is high.
Yeah.
I've heard about shortages coming. They kind of trying to downplay it, but they're saying shortages of certain goods are coming for this summer. I mean, for the winter, excuse me.
Winner.
And
I believe all of it. I know goods have gone up. The price of goods have gone up.
Yeah, my friend said that a lot of people in his complex was forced to move out because they couldn't afford the rent at his complex no more. So he said the parking lot is almost empty. The only cars that's on the lot is like BMWs and Volkswagen and people who got a little bit of money that could afford it. He ended up moving out too because they went up. But
who is it?
It's my friend that I went to high school with. His name is Chris.
Hmm.
Yeah, he was.
Well, how high did it go up?
I think it was for a 1-bedroom. It was like $1,200. Yeah.
Sound like Atlanta.
I think we talking about that last. Yeah, I was thinking we brought that up last week where there were some people paying like $500 and they raised their stuff to $850 around. That's around here, and these were some dumps. A new company bought them. Yeah, they were dumps, man. A new company bought them, and just here you got raised.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if y'all can see the chat, but Brother Joseph just said it doesn't matter the supply, the demand is exponential.
It's true.
And then Micaiah said, talking about the $1,200 for 1-bedroom, he said that sounds like California a decade ago. California is insane. I would never. Yeah, it's insane. You talking about living in California?
You got all them homeless people out there too now.
Yeah.
Okay.
At least it's warm.
Like I said, in San Francisco, a family of 4 making $100,000 is technically in poverty in San Francisco.
Yeah. Yes, sir. That's why I understand how their minimum wage, $15 an hour, ain't gonna do you no good in California.
No.
I saw their gas was $7 a gallon or something.
Did you see that?
Where?
I think it went up. I think in some places it went up to $8.
In California?
I don't know. I don't think it's still like that, but like it was like I think gas was like $8, bro.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't be going nowhere.
Nah.
Man,
Yeah, give me a bite.
dang, it's warm too. You on that 10 speed, bro.
Yes, sir.
That'll put you on mass transportation. They're gonna force you to do it at that price.
But you know what? Yeah, that was in one town in California. It was $8.
Mm.
But you know what? I mean, around the world though, people don't even drive like they do here.
No.
You know, a lot of people they don't even have licenses. Like they just nearly $8. Okay, so it's $7.59.
Close enough.
Man,
You know, other cities are set up. A lot of other towns are set up different than here. When we started the suburbs, that's what the urban sprawl caused a lot of this. Because people used to live in cities.
right.
And, yeah. Then when they came up with the super grocery stores, the little neighborhood grocery stores disappeared. It used to be an IGA. Look, I'm telling my age again, ain't I? IGA, independent grocer. You used to get the stamps, put on your book. Okay.
He
up
said,
all your-
I got no food stamps. I don't know what else.
You get when you buy stuff, they give you these stamps. And you lick them and put them in your little booklet. When you fill up your booklet, you can take it back to the store and get goods. Okay. Y'all should what? Y'all never heard of IGA? Independent Grocery Association? The amount of oh man.
It's a first for me.
Ask your fathers and grandfathers then.
I never heard them mention that.
Oh my
Not
goodness.
saying they didn't. I just never heard of it. I'm not saying, you know what I mean? They may have. I just never heard them mention that.
I didn't realize I was that old. Well, I am retired, man. What y'all want from me, man? You know? Yeah. But that's good. But yeah, stuff's getting expensive.
Yes, sir.
And spreading everybody out with the urban sprawl. Because like now, farmland's disappearing. And I would ask them why wouldn't they tear down areas of town? Well, at the time, areas of towns didn't look bad. And they said it's cheaper to buy farmland and to build on it than having to demolish stuff or rehab stuff. So
Mm.
at least that's what they were saying. So anyway.
Do you all believe that the price in the houses will come down?
Brother Boone, look, he ready.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Boone ready.
But he owns some land. He got some land. What he showing? What, moonshine? What was all that?
Hey, now hold on. What that brother showed y'all has a lot of value.
I know it do. I know it does.
That stuff is good. Lights go out.
I'm joking about the moonshine. Yeah, I know it does.
Yeah, he in good shape.
Yeah,
You can trade that. You can
I was
trade
just about
that.
to say that'd be probably more valuable than gold.
Yeah, because hey man, I can't eat a block of gold. Your money has no value here. You gotta have goods or some services that we can trade.
Right.
What you say, brother?
I say right.
See, you know what I'm saying? I feel you though, brother Boone. I feel you.
Yeah, that might be.
Yeah, man. Well, he right though, because I had picked up a freezer. I already got one. I picked up an extra freezer from somebody that was moving. I called the one cat, say, man, you want this freezer? He said, what am I gonna do with it? I said, you put food in it. I said, if you go to the store and the chicken's on sale, you buy a whole lot of it. He's like, yeah, I ain't got nothing to put in it. I said, okay. I called the next cat. He was like, man, bring me that freezer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hey.
I was blown away, man. Blown away.
Got a fridge, 2 refrigerators and a freezer. I mean, you need a freezer.
Gotta have a freezer, brother,
Yeah. Need a
But
freezer.
anyway, I'll tell you, man, some people don't, I don't think they take it serious. 'Cause I heard even in China, they were telling,
To stock up.
China, yeah, okay, you heard it too.
Yeah, they were saying you better stock up on food for the winter.
Brother, they've been telling people at least have 3 or 4 days worth of food. They've been saying that forever, for people.
I wouldn't take stock in what China says, but everybody says that.
Okay.
You saying as far as stocking up on food, they were telling their citizens to stock up on food. You don't think that's what do you think that's?
No, I think that's true. I just don't specifically take stock in China
Oh yeah, I don't take stock in China or America. I just, I just happened to hear what they were saying about their, about the to their citizens. Yeah, who knows, you know? But just what I go if I go to the store and what I see is kind of suspect, you know.
Mhm.
So
Half
for the
empty
last,
scales.
well, I've always had some, you know, kind of had something, but trying to make sure I'm, you know, significant amount. But
Yeah, you got mouths to
Yeah.
feed. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was a one time I think it was last month. I ended up going to the grocery store and all the chicken was gone.
I've seen that.
Okay. Yeah.
I've seen that quite a few times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No chicken at all. I've seen that.
None.
Yeah, I've seen that quite a few times. The place I go, this is a full service. I mean, it's Meijer. I know it's like a Kroger or something.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yes, I've seen that happen quite a few times, brother. Yeah, it's
Yes, sir.
really time to try to be self-sufficient as much as you can.
Much as possible.
But you're not set up like that. Yeah. Yes, sir. Let's see. What else do we want to talk about? Give me 1 second, I'll pull this up. Real quick. Hold on. Since we're talking about technology, have y'all brothers heard about this metaverse?
Oh. Wait. Oh, maybe he wasn't going to say something. I
What's
heard
that?
about it.
What's that? Anybody heard of that? I know that the two tech brothers on here have heard of it, right?
I heard about Facebook trying to start a
Oh, yeah,
rename
yeah,
himself
yeah.
or something, metaverse.
Yeah.
And I think I looked at something. He was an advertisement. Was he trying to make was he talking about safe spaces or something? Or how was he? I don't remember how he was explaining it. Where I don't know, almost like a virtual room.
Yeah, it's like a virtual reality universe project. I guess that's what it says here. So they renamed itself Meta to emphasize its metaverse vision. And it says, I'm in AP News. It says, think of the internet brought to life or at least rendered in 3D. Zuckerberg has described it as the virtual environment. It's got like an hour-long video on YouTube about it. And it's like, instead of just looking onto a screen, essentially it's a world of endless interconnected virtual communities where people can meet, work, and play using virtual reality headsets, augmented reality glasses, smartphone apps, or other devices. He talked about how the screen will be like obsolete and you'll have like holograms everywhere. And like, if you look at the video, man, it's like, or if you put these glasses on, it's like, it recreates like, it can recreate your home. Like, let's say you're away, it can make, you put the glass on, it'll make it look like you're at home. And then you can like, it'll make it like the people I guess you can meet and all these, you'll be talking to these people and you have different avatars. It's crazy, brother. I said, people already have disconnected from reality.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. We got enough delusional people running
Enough
around.
delusion, brother. Enough delusion. You can make your scene anything you want it to be.
No, that's what I mean. We got enough delusional people.
Right, yeah.
Now, all right, this is along the same thing as make believe.
Yeah.
I seen these new this makeup. I pointed out to my wife where these women had this makeup on where they don't even look real. Look like where they spray paint on the stuff so good and the eyebrows look drawn on everything, where it almost looks like a doll.
Yes.
And I said
contouring, maybe?
Yeah, contouring. Where everything is flawless to almost looks like a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
And I was saying that the women are helping the men that are, because you can't tell the difference once they got that mask on. It looks the same and it don't look real. And then they'll show her with it on, and then they'll show them with it taken off. And it looks like a completely different person.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like this metaverse idea, you know.
Not real.
The metaverse, that sounds like the Matrix, doesn't it?
Yes.
Become
But
that.
you know, well, the Matrix, you know what reality, at least in this, you know what, man,
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they won't come out of it.
you know what, it's already like the Matrix, to be honest. Because people with so much propaganda, so much distraction, you don't really deal with reality. But with this, it's just further down that rabbit hole of you know, being disconnected. Because you already, I mean, think about it, man. We live on social media. I mean, we talking right now on the platform.
Ain't that it?
You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's like it'll. I think people. I wonder the effects that it's gonna have on people psychologically, because I see people just all day long living in the metaverse.
Yeah.
And you can bring your movies and anything you have into the metaverse.
What you mean? You see a movie in there?
Yeah, so you can put it on man. If you watch this video, it's on YouTube, and apparently you can put on. He's described, if you had the glasses on, it's like virtual reality. And then let's say you're in virtual reality. Let's say you in a scene you want to be in. Let's say you make your scene. You in Dubai or somewhere. You know, you're in a $100 million home in Dubai. I'm just giving an example.
Right.
And you could, I guess, if you make a theater in that home, you can watch your movie in that thing. You think you in there.
That's crazy. I
And you can bring your friends in.
That buy a headset.
Y'all all in Dubai. You know what I'm saying? This is what. Or you sitting on top of a mountain.
that device that they use is called a Oculus Rift, and it's been a while. It's been around for quite some time, and I've used one before, and it was like a basketball game that you could play, and it comes with like 2 joysticks where you can move around your character and shoot the ball and stuff like that. But when you have those things on, it's like you can see, when you turn your head, it's like a 360 vision. You can see all around you and stuff like that. But they have this other one that I saw somebody playing. It's like an arcade game, or it's like a game center or something like that. But these people actually stand up, and they can control the avatar that they have in the glasses,
Right.
Running around on the platform that they own. And so that was
they were sitting around, like they were in a meeting, right? Like it was and you basically chose your own avatar.
Mm-hmm.
So he came as himself, Zuckerberg did, and then the people he met, one was like a robot. We was talking about a robot. He was a big robot, looked like a transformer. They were all in there. They were meeting together in virtual reality on metaverse, and they playing cards.
Wow.
They playing cards, and then while they in there, they get a call from some more friends talking about something else. Something else was going on. Hey, we checking out this artist here, and they went and looked at that. This is people crazy already.
Hey, brother minister, that would be, they will supply that game to everyone for free while you're sitting in your government-owned cubicle. You will own nothing and be happy in your metaverse.
Be happy about it, eating your AIG or AGI of food.
Yeah, man. I don't like that, bro. This is scary. This is turning into a movie.
And that's what I said this years ago. I said even movies kind of are obsolete, like they're antiquated. Because every movie you go see, you already know how it's going to end. You haven't even seen the movie. You ultimately know what's going to happen. It's like you've seen them all. You in a movie about action, you know pretty much what's going to happen. In a movie about, I'm not talking about like movies based on true stories. I'm talking about like, because you definitely know what's going to happen in those. But I'm saying like just movies that you already know what's going to happen. And so you sit around. So I always thought what the next thing would be, you be in the movie. And you make your own movie. You make your own decisions as a character in the movie. But now it's like, that's kind of like, and that's kind of what you see in these video games.
Yeah.
People, you get attachment from reality. It's man. It's, as I said, this with this and automation, maybe that's to deal with the existential crisis because you're not gonna have a job. So, because if like, man, if we can't drive cars, if you don't drive, if you don't
Right.
you don't do anything, then what do you? A lot of people's purpose is wrapped up in what they do. So,
They'll make you can buy all the weed you want. Then that's how they pacify you. That's why people getting lit now. Drugs. People are pacifying themselves with drugs right now.
we pacify ourselves through drugs, through sport,
Yeah.
through video games. People that play video games, movies, all that's pacification and
Right.
a break from reality. Because I think right now, how many people on psychiatric drugs, man? Just like drug, not just smoking weed or dealing in,
Oh, you mean prescription?
street drugs. They're dealing in prescription drugs.
Valium and stuff like that.
Yeah, so something about how this society is set up is, I don't say it's anti-human, but it deprives you of your humanity. Your job that you do deprives you of your humanity. The education has that does that as well.
Yeah.
And your extracurricular activities can do that. Things you do, in the downtime. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yeah, if y'all check it out, man. It's kind of.
That's crazy, man.
Wait, hold on. Let me.
Yeah, well, it's gonna get worse. They keep making people more and more delusional. You
Yeah.
take that headset off, you say, my life is terrible.
Right. Let me put this.
Then
Let me put this
like
headphone
social
back. This headset back. Let me put these glasses back on.
Right. That's my buddy was over here today. He called, he's like, Brother Boone, he barely get on it. And he said he calls it anti-social media. 'Cause he said
Yes.
when he went on it, everybody's a jerk. So he said he had to stay off of it. He said he left it alone.
Yes, people are people saying things they never would say to your face.
Yeah.
And also people are talking and and you see a lot of like, I guess I don't play video games, but on these video games, I guess there's a lot of racism and stuff like that.
I used to get on there when I was younger. This was in what, 2013, like freshman year of high school. I used to play the video game. And as soon as you if they heard your voice and somebody knew that you was black, they'll just say a whole bunch of different stuff like something like that or something off the wall. Man, I'm like, dang, bro, tripping. But they be tripping on the video games. So
the brother Joseph said this is the only social media I do. No Facebook, no any other thing. And Brother Kai said thought Facebook was crazy at first. I don't know, now it's about to. I don't know.
I could see people who like advertise their businesses and sell stuff on there. But people who broadcast their whole life on there.
This what I ate today.
Yeah.
Mad at somebody, they beefing on Facebook. Like they
Yes.
they talking about each other. Don't nobody know what they're talking about except for the person they're talking to. But it's for everybody to read.
Yes, sir. So,
you can't even use Instagram for like a real app no more because it's a whole bunch of bogus stuff on there, man.
What is the purpose of Instagram?
yeah, I don't have any.
That's just to take pictures and get likes, but you know how that goes. So
I just didn't know the initial. I get. So the gram stands for what? Or okay.
I just know it got a picture of a camera on there as an icon.
Okay, that makes sense then. Okay. Yeah, man. Brother Joseph also said we are 4 decades behind reality admitted by military. I don't know what you mean by that.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean by that.
Help me out with that one. That's 40 years behind. Let's see, 40 years behind reality.
Are military capabilities or?
I'm not sure. That's why I asked maybe clarify what he mean by that.
Okay.
Old technology. Oh, yeah.
Have you Have y'all been seeing what's been going on with this cryptocurrency and stuff?
Go ahead, Willie.
But
I saw-
Ethereum,
Yeah, Ethereum is doing pretty good. I saw an article where this guy he invested like $800 back in August of last year into this crypto called Shiba coin or something like that.
yeah.
And that $800 this past month turned into like 6.4 million or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah, from $800. So
Brother, I heard somebody say today, like, and this is not me giving advice. I don't do that, but at least not on things like this. But something in the Bible. But he said basically that's the future. Like if you're not into that, you're gonna be left behind. There's some things like he was just suggesting that people get involved in it. If they don't, they're gonna be left behind.
yeah,
They're gonna force you in it. Like,
But he was talking about getting in it early. So or at
the
least
profit
yeah,
from it?
profit from it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because he says it's gonna be a sharp distinction basically to the haves and have not what you already seen.
Yes.
That's that's his point. But yeah.
Just-
What can you do with crypto? Like, can you transfer it into like cash? Or?
yeah. It depends on what coin it is. But if a wallet or like a coin app supports it, then all of those coins that's on that app you can transfer into cash. Like
This
Coinbase.
this guy who you say got $6.4 million. Like, what can he pull that out and put that into like his bank account?
I'm not sure how the taxes work on that. I'm not sure if it's like capital gain tax or not. But if you have it in your account, you can pull it out. I'm not sure. I ain't never had that much in my account, but
yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can. I'm not sure how long it takes. You'll be able to pull it out though. As if you have to sell it before, of course it goes down.
Yeah. If you pull it out before a year, you got to pay 40% tax. And yeah, so you got to wait a year, then they just charge you the 15%. Yeah.
It's worth it to take that 40% loss though, because it may not be.
Yeah.
It's up and down. It's up and down all the time. Yeah, well, if he waited a year,
He was good. Yeah, he was good.
then it's only he just has to pay the regular like capital gains, like when you sell a house or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that ain't a bad deal.
Yeah.
Man.
800 and the 6.4 million. That's an awesome deal.
Well, some guys, some people up on stuff. Some of us wait till we old to try to figure it out. Of course, I had too many kids to do that kind of stuff at the time. I had way too many kids to invest like that.
Man, jeez. Yes, sir.
What's the new coin right now to get?
Well, the one
Penny
that
coins, some penny stocks, some IPOs is coming out that ain't too costly.
people was looking at that ever since it made that jump, people was looking at that Shiba coin. But I'm not invested into any coins right now. But I know that Ethereum was a good one. I was invested into it at one point, but then I ended up selling. But it doubled in price since the past like 3 or 4 months. So
Yeah, I bought some when it was like 16.
yeah, that's a good deal.
Yeah, but I can't. Like you said, it ain't for me anyway. I gave it for my grandson. Remember, I was talking about the grandson. But you know what? Tomorrow it could drop. It could drop 50%.
Yeah, it can.
So, but
It can.
Very volatile. That is the future. It's the future. All right. Brother Joseph said he's gonna be left behind.
He good. He look like he ready to live off the land.
That's what. Yeah.
He
You
ready.
got you straight. You can't eat crypto.
Right. He got land, brother. I got a quarter acre or something. I guess I can grow a bushel of corn or something.
One bush.
That's about it.
I know anyone not know crypto. I got silver, gold, land, guns, and stuff. That's wealth, actually.
And actually, yeah.
That's wealth. That's wealth, man. And then down there, because I was, looking at, you look at land around here, you'd have to go further south and liquor. That's
Yeah.
core.
Now, brother, I was looking for some land up around the Great Lakes. I think everybody's looking for land up around the Great Lakes. Because you know how they predict the water issues. Like California and places going dry. And so, that's gonna be that's because I remember that T Boone Pickens was he was running around talking about some windmills and stuff down in Texas. And they said all that land he was talking about putting it on or buying, he said there's underground water reserves. Because that seems to be what everybody's fighting for now. Some fresh water.
Yeah, you need water. Water is where you build, you can't have, it's hard to have civilization without water. That's why you have cities near water supplies usually.
Right.
Water sources. Land around here, man, is quite expensive.
Well, that make you something to think about. I mean, the reason why I say that is, you ever seen that Navy map where they talk about the icebergs melting and the water coming up and all that?
Not in the Navy. I mean, I've heard of you talking about.
Well, no, I thought the Navy made a map. Is the one.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I hadn't seen it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, anyway, yeah, it showed a whole lot of coastal lands gone, and the Mississippi River swelling way out of its banks and places, and they showing how many places would be underwater and stuff. And they still talk about the area around the Great Lakes are high enough, and area around the Appalachian Mountains. And the reason why they talk about the Great Lakes, they said a large natural source of fresh water. So anyway, not that it all matters.
It used to be one big source of water.
Yeah, you had to look it up, brother. The areas they say gonna be underwater or not.
All right, brothers. I want to talk about one other thing here that I thought was crazy. Give me 1 second. Well, actually, 2. 1 second. And have y'all seen this, brother? There's a couple things going on in these schools. Have you seen this? This was in Florida.
Oh, I did hear about that.
Like, the stuff that's going on is ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is according to this article, a school board member in Florida is being criticized for saying she was honored to chaperone a group of elementary students on a field trip to a gay bar. And here's a picture right here. I don't know if you can see this, but like we talking about liquor. This is liquor all behind the kids, like or in front of the kid. Like, why would you take them to a bar? Period.
Yeah. What was it?
I have no idea. It's an annual field trip.
To a gay bar.
Yes. And if you read, go ahead, brother.
No, I said, did they have to? Well, permission. Do you know anything about it? Because I said, did they have to sign permission slips to go?
If you go on a field trip, I'd imagine you have to sign permission slips. And I'm like, man, we used to go to McDonald's to eat.
Yeah, I just don't imagine a parent with. Well,
why would you?
Sign that?
And then you look at I actually went to their website. If you look at this is some of the things on their website.
Boone said they leading the thing.
And it says on their website, this is what it actually says this on the website. Here's some of the meals, and here is what it says. It literally says this on their website, and they have pictures of people who are clearly LGBTQ men, basically. Why would you take kids to this? A bar? I don't care if it's hetero. I mean, it's just whatever. Why?
No, a regular bar. Yeah, that's not a trip for kids.
And these are little kids, elementary, like little kids. You see, I don't know if you can see them. Man, these kids are little, young.
Well, the agenda is real. Because here's what I was wondering if you knew. The flag. There's a new flag I just heard of. The NAMBLA flag. They got a flag now.
I thought they always had one. They got a
Yeah,
new
but-
one, or it's a new flag.
Let
They
me
got a
see. It's not NAMBLA. If it ain't NAMBLA, it's a group. It's something. Pedo flag. That's it.
Hmm.
I heard there's yeah. Let me
yeah.
see.
They have a lot of different flags, brother. That I didn't realize that until recently.
Why would you? I just
A lot of flags, actually. There's a lot of different,
a pedo flag though, man. That's
it's some kind of, they have different, I guess, codes too that they use or whatever. But yeah, brother, this is, and you take the kids to, and it's on the menu, I want a hooker. That's a deal on it. It's people crazy.
Yeah, it do look like Florida is like I guess the the cornerstone of this pedophilia agenda, where they have these children are being introduced. Because you think you got, Dwayne Wade's son who did what he did,
it's true.
and it's really the only state where we see children active in that kind of routines. You don't see even Atlanta, like you don't see Atlanta. Well, you had the one incident with the cross-dressers talking to the children, but
You mean at the libraries, the reading?
right. But yeah, like taking the kids to a gay bar, like that's something that's going on in Florida. You see that, you really don't see nowhere else. But that seemed like that's where it started.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
I wouldn't. I saw some videos of a few teachers that have been forcing their students to call them not using gender pronouns to describe the sex of the teacher. And I've seen videos where they made them recite like a gay national anthem or something like that. And I don't see how people would just put their kids in school, man. Couldn't do it.
Yeah, I didn't experience none of this in elementary school.
No.
Brother, we went to the aquarium, we went to
Navy Pier?
I'm trying to think, we went to the zoo or something, like, man, trying to think field trips, man.
Navy Pier.
I remember one time we went to Great America.
Yeah.
You and where you eat at McDonald's. You bring a little money or you bring a lunch. Who said let's go to the gay bar? Who does that? With the kids. Man, this stuff is, some kids.
Hey,
How you taking kids? I don't even see how you
to a
that's
regular bar.
illegal.
You can't I couldn't take a kid to a regular bar,
I guess it's a bar and grill, but still, man, it can't take no kids to
Not like that.
it's liquor everywhere.
Yeah, not like that.
I didn't understand.
Well,
Everything is such an honor. I'm so honored. There's no honor in that.
well, one thing I can tell you, I'll try to homeschool my grandkids if they start that. And now the only problem is they're gonna run around with green military uniform and combat boots. So if I get to raise them, and if not, maybe they might have a bow tie on and a black suit, get hold of them. But man, they ain't gonna be doing this. I couldn't let this happen.
Hey, that in certain cultures, a part of the education was military training.
I just don't know.
That's where your warrior come from, right?
Yeah, but
Isn't that what Boy Scouts turned into something else? But that was, certain things that they would even have for kids, that was to make soldiers, like G.I. Joe.
yeah,
That was, so kids grow up looking at that.
right.
Boy Scouts, different things like that. That stuff, you do that stuff as a kid,
Right.
prepares you somewhat. When you look at ancient cultures, like in certain Greek culture, hey man, the kids they learn how to fight, they learn how to
Right.
go to war.
I used to have to tuck my bed like military. The corners of the
Your father
bed.
was in the service, right?
Yes.
The veteran, right?
Yes.
he in Korea?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
If you ask him now, though, he'll tell you he was in Vietnam. I was like, yeah, Pops, you ain't that old, man. He wasn't in Vietnam. He was in Korea. But anyway, yeah. Man, maybe it was good. It was good to do that stuff because now kids ain't held, well, especially male kids, they ain't held to no to no strong role model, male example. Because I remember I was talking to brother also a long time ago. I said it started with the My Buddy Doll Baby. Remember when I?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing I remember they came out. What was that?
I don't know, bro.
Then next thing I heard was somebody came out with this thing called the metrosexual movement. I used to see it was a basketball player who was buffing his fingernails and showing all that moisturizing cream and stuff on his face and stuff. So I would go to my one buddy's house. He was bachelor. He had the cotton balls and all the skin creamer and all that stuff. So I watched this mess take place. Man.
I was watching and I'm not me saying anything about the man's sexuality because I don't know anything about that, don't want to know anything about that. But I was watching him and this cat, he plays Houston. I was like, man, this cat's gonna be. I was watching him in high school. I was like, he's gonna be really good. And man, he's doing a press conference, man. His nails are painted. I'm like, man, why? Well, I don't know if I mentioned it to y'all brothers. Like I was watching the Golden State basketball game, and at halftime, the day was LGBTQ day, and so they had all drag queens doing a halftime show, like dancing. Yes, and then like all the players, like Steph Curry and all, we're accepting and loving of everybody. You know, they did a little commercial, and then they cut to them, and they drag queens gyrating in the middle on center on half court.
Sign the times, huh?
Bro. And then the guys, they had some, had quite a few men cheerleaders with pom poms, you know.
I'm sorry, go ahead, brother.
No, I was about to say something. It was on another note, but you can.
I was just gonna say, brother, the dudes that are claiming to be heterosexual now are pushing the line too far with me. You know, with the different spray on hair stuff, and you
say spray on hair. What is that?
Spray, you know, pink and blue and.
Oh, you mean hair color? I thought you meant somebody's going bald. They try to.
Oh, well, I'm going bald, but I'm gonna just let it happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna rock that George Jefferson. You know. So I'm taking it back, brother. I'm taking it back all the way back because we didn't went too far.
You know what I'm talking about though? How they spray like I don't know what they call it, but it's like sometimes or like the dudes cats put on that hair. Man, I seen cats turn back the hand of time, man, when they put a whole unit on their head with glue in it.
Glue it. I seen it. We got a couple. Well, I know some of them.
Huh?
I know some of them cats. It was bald. All of a sudden, they got a high top kid and play going.
Bro, yes.
But I'm like, man, you don't think we know that? He didn't even fake it like LeBron. He went all the way. You know, LeBron sliding in. This dude gonna go straight kid and play on me. Like, come on, man. Everybody know.
Hey, but not if you don't, like if you didn't know them, you wouldn't know. Man, I saw a brother and he looked like he was in his 60s. Man, he put that thing on, man, and he faded him up.
Yeah, they faded up.
And so like, I don't know if he did a dye job to it, did something here, but man, he looked like he was way younger than me. He looked like he was in his early 30s. I'm like, man, because he didn't have it. You talked about the George Jefferson, he had that, where it was nothing on the top. Man, they put all that glue on his head, put that thing on, and when it first put on, I'm like, man, it's gonna look crazy. And they play that stuff up, like it looked. I said, wow, that's something. But yeah, man, I saw Floyd talking about how people, as far as femininity. I saw Floyd. They were giving him a hard time because he wouldn't take a picture with that guy because he had painted nails. Not the guy, not the ball player, just the fan. He was like, "No, I'm not. Can't take a picture with you. Got
Right.
painted nails." So they're trying to shame him for that. The problem is he don't care.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
And then you he'll take a picture, and then everybody say, "Oh, look at Floyd."
Right. Yeah.
Right.
You ain't getting me.
Right. He be in the tabloids the next day.
The tabloids, right.
It's going too far, too fast, man.
Oh yeah, and I don't think people. It's been in the works for quite a long time, brother.
That's why.
Decades.
See, that cultural stuff like that is why I believe the Democrats are going to get put right back out of office. Remember I told you the pendulum went this way? Now it's going to go all the way back because they're pushing stuff that people didn't vote for, you know.
But they pushing it through.
Right. And that's
like you think that's why they had a change in the governorship in Virginia?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I do too. And they almost lost New Jersey.
Right. So,
Did y'all hear about that? Y'all ever heard about how some people, I mean, some trains or some public transportation systems bear guys from quote unquote man spreading?
Yeah, I saw it.
Like,
I didn't see the train doing it.
mhm.
I saw women actually like, yelling at guy. I saw one woman, he wasn't even nasty. He was just sitting there. It wasn't like he had his legs all spread out. He was just sitting there. And because his knees went together, she poured bleach all over his lap.
Wow.
okay. Nah, see.
She did it to quite a few people.
Well,
Did she go to jail?
No, she ain't go to jail. I don't think anything happened. They didn't even do anything.
The dudes didn't?
Nope.
She's nuts.
She didn't meet the right one. Cause you ever seen that guy in the 8-ball jacket?
Why do I remember that? Why do I remember? He knocked some broad out or something, did he?
Man, he was getting busy. But see, she put her hands on him.
Right.
Yeah, it's a couple instances like that where, like, I always say it's some real Avengers. He one of them. The dude,
The old bus driver?
the bus driver's one of them. Atlanta Mall. Have you ever seen Atlanta Mall Cop? He one of them. It's a dude, man. It's a dude he was in the East Coast, or the East Coast, man. He was working at McDonald's. Name was McIntosh. Some lesbians tried to attack him. I believe they were lesbians.
Yeah.
They tried to attack him. They spit on him and jumped over the counter. They was gonna whoop him. They went all in the back. He came out with a pipe.
Yeah, that's right. He whooped him.
That was the real Avengers.
And they got mad at him. He defended himself. I remember they got mad at
First
him.
they arrested him. Then the judge
Right.
they charged them later because
Right.
they attacked him.
Oh, I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you can't, man. The disrespect, man, is just
Well,
it's just ridiculous.
that's chemical warfare. Dumping bleach on somebody.
Yeah.
That's the corrosive. You can't get that off your skin fast enough.
I don't care if it was water. I don't care if it was water. You ain't got no business doing that on purpose. Like,
No, I agree with you.
you walk up
I
to
might
him,
have sighed and caught myself over water, but bleach, man, I think I'd have been I know it ain't a Christian or righteous, but I don't know, man. Sometimes some of that stuff just Well, pray for me.
Yeah, men have been debased to the point where people think you won't do anything. Well, women in particular, you won't do anything. Getting smacked up and everything else.
Yeah.
Woman smacking them and everything else, man. It's crazy out here, bro.
Yeah, some of the stuff I, even as a man trying to follow the Bible, some of the stuff I see women doing to brothers, I don't know how it can happen,
Easy.
I mean, I just glad I never had to deal with it, but
yeah, if you but
well, I'm talking about at home.
bro, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if an individual is immature and has an inordinate amount of power through the state and believes you can't do anything about it.
She gets,
I mean,
they get
that's
some
the
get right.
mindset. That's the mindset.
Well, yeah.
That's the mindset.
Yeah.
So
Did y'all see that? It was kind of morbid, but did you all
Nice.
see that video that I had sent to the chat earlier?
I
I don't have my phone, brother. What was it?
watched something about it a couple days ago.
It was unfortunate. So this woman, she had 4 children, and I believe the video had mentioned that these were by all different men, and she had these children so that she can get governmental assistance. And so something happened to where I guess she had left the man that she had the children with, and she got with this white guy. The white guy ended up, staying with her, I guess, in a home or an apartment that she had paid for. And the mother had ended up leaving the children with the white guy, with the boyfriend. But I shouldn't say, but that's what it was. And so this man, she left him with this. She left her children with this man, and one of her children was autistic. The man ended up killing her child, and the child stayed in the room for months on end, and his body just it was a sad story, but his body ended up just decaying, and the boyfriend ended up leaving when he had killed the child, and they didn't find out till months after, and those kids, her other kids, were left in that apartment with their decayed brother.
Right.
In the room.
He rotted the
Nah,
bones.
but I didn't see that. But man, let me say something. How could even besides all that, if you having kids for monetary purposes, you don't care about those kids?
No, she had said that she didn't know that the child was dead, but
That's a lie.
No, she knew, brother.
it was because she had mentioned earlier to a police officer or somebody that she did in fact know, but she was scared to report it.
No, well, the story, the way the lady was telling the story, that dude got liquored up and was beating that dude, ended up stomping and kicking that kid, kills him, covering him up with a blanket. The mom comes home and found out. That's why they left. She didn't have to worry about the rent because the government was paying the rent automatically. So she left and went with this dude. And she was going back from time to time, checking on him and dropping off food. And neighbors were, when the kids came outside, would give them some food, wouldn't tell the story, what was happening. But they did say the kid looked malnourished. I'm not 100% how they found out, but the woman knew. She knew to the point. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. Boyle, they always claim they ain't know something. So I'm sorry.
Oh, you all good. I was just gonna say, if you know at least the kid's not there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So you're not reporting anything to anybody. Where the kid at? Even if you don't know where the child at. Where's the child?
Yeah.
Brother, the kid laid on the floor. When they got in there, wasn't nothing but bones.
Yeah.
And hair laying on the floor.
Oh yeah,
And the other 3 kids were still in the building. This woman was going back checking, but she stayed with this man after he did that. So I would bury her in the jail just like him. Matter of fact, I'd put her under the jail because that was her seed. I don't do the innocent. Anyway.
Yeah, you can't justify that.
Yeah, that was. I was just
based on what you're saying.
I was thinking about those children's like actual father, and you just gotta.
You forgot the 2 daughters she had.
Huh?
She had 2 daughters.
The
eldest daughter tried to get in between them when that man was beating on them kids from Jeopardy times. So the mama put the eldest daughter out So, because she was arguing with her lover. So the mama put the daughter out. The daughter goes stay with the grandma, and then the grandma ended up picking up there's a younger daughter, end up staying with her too. Because I was watching the interviews, I was that disgusted by it. The grandmother that was watching the two girls, the one girl took off and ran the street. Them kids is ruined for the rest of their life.
Oh, they
Rest of
definitely
their
have to
life.
be traumatized for sure.
Rest of their life, man.
When they recover, but they're certainly traumatic.
Put me on the jury, and I'll take care of it myself. The whole woman there, both of them. That's too much, man. That's too much.
You on a jury, you traumatized.
Yeah.
I'm already
Listening to
shook
it,
up.
it's trauma. Listening to
Yeah.
it's traumatic just listening to that.
But you can hear the passion in my voice, man. I don't believe in bother. Don't mess with kids, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If you got crazy thing on your mind, there's crazy people out there to play with. Leave the innocent people alone. You know, that's what yeah. So anyway.
Yeah, brother. If you, like I say, if you, but see, that becomes, I said it's easy to do, but even the part about, I watched this young girl, she videotaped her mother, and this is not an indictment on all mothers, so let me just say that. But she videotaped her mother and her having a conversation. The mother didn't know she was recording it. And she stated that, you know, her boyfriend was doing some things inappropriate with the daughter. And she tries to tell her mother. And she's recording her mother. Her mother blamed her. Her mother said, you walking around in these shorts, it's your fault. She said, why are you mad at me? I'm telling you what he's doing. She said, because you're trying to steal my man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's crazy. I know what you're talking about, teacher. I remember that one.
Bro, you be surprised. Like, if you be surprised, man, because of the system and the way in which it is, like, these kids have been turned into commodities. Like, when you use them to get benefits and stuff, I'm gonna have kids to have benefits. It's been going on for a long time. So if they just something you can benefit from, you know, why not let them get abused? It's not no real love there. That's not real, man. That's sad, man. I heard another story about a woman. Her child, I guess she had her sister taking care of the child. The child, man, she's driving around with the child dead in the trunk.
Yeah, I saw that. That was
What's he doing, man? What's wrong with you? Yeah, yeah, brother.
Yeah, bro, I don't like that stuff.
Hey, so whatever happened to the father, the kid that they found that was decaying in the house? What happened to him, or what he did?
I think there was multiple fathers. I'm not sure what the father of the child, if he was actually, I'm not sure what his involvement was. They never mentioned him in the video that I watched. Did you see anything?
They ain't mentioned him.
Okay.
He couldn't get custody anyway, the way the courts work.
I watched the documentary like some years ago. I think I was 21. It was probably when I first came home from overseas. It was called Off and Running. And it was it's kind of tie into like everything. But it was a documentary about this young Black girl in New York. And she was adopted. She had by a Jewish gay lesbian couple. So it was these two white women who were married in New York, and they had adopted 3 different children. They had that Black girl, then they had a mixed a boy who was younger than the girl, and then they had a young Chinese kid. And so they was raising these children, and I guess the documentary was pretty much about the mental battle that the young Black girl was going through trying to graduate high school. It was her last year in high school. And during the documentary, she had reached out to she reached out to her mother. She ended up finding out where her mother was somewhere in Texas, and wrote her a letter. And the mother wrote her back like one time, and then like never responded to her again. And she wrote a couple more times for like a few months, maybe like 2 months. She kept writing her, and her mother just cut her off. And so of course she went through. Yeah, that's the Avery. So, but just kind of looking at like the identity crisis that she was going through, you know, growing up with these two Jewish women and having this young Chinese brother and her other brother he was really smart. He ended up going to I think Yale. He ended up getting accepted into Yale, and you know, I ended up adding this girl on Facebook during that time, and we talked a couple of times on Facebook. She ended up graduating high school and joining to the Navy, and she ended up getting married. And she didn't get married anymore. Then she started dating women. And
wait, time out, brother. I missed something. How'd she get the women? Wait, what? You said she got married to what?
Say that again. She married a man like sometime when she had joined the Navy.
Okay.
And during some time, I guess that didn't work out. And then she started to date women after her and her husband. I didn't see them anymore. You know, but just kind of seeing what y'all, that kind of made me think about, like when we was talking about the kids in Florida, you know, going to the gay bar and being introduced to homosexuality and stuff like that, and this girl being raised by two married women. It's kind of like the military commercial that we watched.
We were talking about this, some months ago, yes.
Yeah, and that was thinking about the documentary. That was something that was actually happening, you know, and probably something that's not rare. It's probably widespread. You know, we just don't see a whole lot of it openly, at least not during that time. But also, you know, we're talking about how parents not caring for their children, and this girl reaching out to her mother, her real mother, and her mother not wanting to deal with her at all. You know,
right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
It's tough out here. Yeah.
That it's like National Hip Hop Day.
Working a little bit, good brother. What'd you say?
Did you all hear about the National Hip Hop Day?
We talked about that right before you got on. Yeah, brother. Yeah, we heard about. Well, brother, Elbert enlightened me about it.
I didn't think it was real, brother. Until we looked it up and it was real.
Hey, who needs reparations? Who needs reparations, brother? We got Hip Hop Day.
Yeah.
Hell with reparations. We got Hip Hop Day.
I called it when we said we was pacifying them with empty calories. Here you go. Here's some hip hop for you, young progressives.
They said, hey man, we want $1 trillion in reparations for 246 years of slavery and 100 years of Jim Crow mass incarceration. They negotiating. He's like, you want $1 trillion? We want $1 trillion. We want to go to college for free, no taxes, exempt from the military draft. Okay, listen here.
Let's go for a walk.
We'll give you some of those stamps. The brother Elbert was talking about.
Yeah, man, don't act like y'all know about these stamps, man.
We'll give you a woman of color as vice president, and we will give you Hip Hop Day. How about that?
And she a terrible vice president.
They said, deal.
Wait a minute. Brother Boone, you know about the stamps, don't you? From IGA?
Sorry, man. I didn't catch the question.
You don't remember the booklets from the grocery store when you buy, after you pay for your food, they print off some stamps and you take your stamps and you put them in your booklet. When you fill the booklet up, you take them to the store and you get free stuff.
Yeah, I seem to remember something like that. I'm not real familiar with it.
Wait, them like are those the books with a whole bunch of coupons in them?
He think about food stamps. No.
Sticks. They were stamps, actual stamps. They printed out, and you after you pay for your food, they print out and you collect them.
Oh yeah, that was before my time, I think.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that at all.
I be daggone it. Now I got to.
No,
I
I know.
looked it
I'm
up.
making it up. I'm not making
Hello.
it up.
Hey, ask this brother. This brother,
There you go.
Brother Wayman, he came on just about to tell you about it.
Tell them, Wayman, they playing me, brother.
He got the first stamp. Hey, in the frame. That's it.
I'm missing part of that. What you saying?
Hey, brother Elmer, ask brother Wayman. I bet you know.
Brother Wayman, do you remember like the IGA independent grocers? You would go shopping.
I
and they
remember
would-
the stamps.
Thank
I
you.
remember the stamps. Yeah.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, they were like stamps you put on letters.
Right,
The same thing.
right.
That's how they was made. And you get so many based on how much money you spent.
Thank
And
you.
when you fill up a book, you was able to get different things from that book.
Thank
You had a
you,
book
sir.
full, you got so many points or so much money towards certain things. They used
It
to
was
be
like-
called S&H gift stamps, I think. That we used to have them around here. I don't remember. We didn't have like an IGA like you're talking about, not in this area.
All right.
But we had other stores that was doing it, and they were like green stamps. They called them like green stamps because they were green.
Right.
And it was an actual book. It had the square on there where you put the stamps and you fill up each page.
Thank you.
And
Thank
once
you
get the
very
book-
much, sir.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about any of that.
but they were just they uninformed, so they haven't lived long enough
Thank
to know
you.
about those things.
Thank you.
Hey,
And
only
they take every
thing-
opportunity to point it out
Hey.
to you they get.
Only thing I know close to that, like he said, them food stamps. I remember those food stamps. You go with them multicolored food stamps, and you think you rich.
No,
And
but see these stamps.
I didn't have them, but I know people have them. You know, they try to sell them to you when you go to the store.
Right.
I
They
buy
try to buy your
Sister tried to get me to buy some. I guess she had the card. You know, and I had a stamp anymore. She was like, "I'll give me $50. I'll give you $100 worth of this." I said, "Sister, you need some money? I just give you a few bucks. I'm not about to buy those. You know what I'm saying?" She looked at me like she wanted to chop my head off. I'm like, "You acting like you, you know, like you really doing a service or something."
Right.
I said, "Sis, you need a few dollars?" "No, I don't need no money." "What you? Somebody gave you that card. What you talking about? What you don't need?" Right.
Yeah, that is true.
Man, tripping.
Yeah.
Take this little few dollars and go get some food. Lastly, brothers, y'all heard about this?
Woodland County investigates.
Loudoun County.
He was in two different schools, wasn't he?
Two different schools. Then they just had a counselor that got caught up with allegedly. I say allegedly. And there was another incident besides that. I'm like, man, what's going on? Yes. And this is, apparently he was allegedly, again, I'm saying allegedly, that he assaulted. No, this actually, okay, so this is the other account of another child touching students inappropriately, male students, one male student touching another male students appropriately. Then that was one where the kid allegedly went into because he was gendered. Again, this is the story that came out with. Allegedly, he was gender fluid and went into the girls' bathroom and apparently assaulted more than one girl. And then they said that the school tried to cover it up, or the school district tried to cover it up, and then the kids planned to walk out because of it recently. So I didn't know if anybody heard of that.
I didn't know about the walkout, but I thought that this kid, he did it at one school, and because they want to protect their numbers or something, they just sent him to another school without disciplining him or anything, and he did it again. Is this the one where the dad got arrested at the school?
Yes. And that dad got 10 days in jail and for disorderly conduct and resisting arrest at the school board meeting. And he got, I don't know if it was a type of probation, like he had to have good behavior or something like that, otherwise he'll go back. I said, man,
I completely understand what he was doing.
oh my goodness. You try to raise a concern, it's already, shoot, man.
The dude did it once, and then they just let him go back to school.
If that's what happened, that is
If that's what's
insane. If that's what happened, because I don't know. But
Wait, hey brothers, wait, what did the I missed it. What did the father do to get arrested or get the charges? Like, did he try and beat the kid up that did it, that was touching his daughter?
No, he was at a school board meeting talking about it, and they say he was being disorderly. They arrested him for disorderly conduct, and as he's getting arrested, they charged him with resisting arrest.
Oh, okay.
But any other time they blow up school, or, mess up school board meetings, they don't arrest him. I thought that was protesting. If anybody had a right to protest and disrupt the meeting, it would be him.
Yeah. And that's also, I believe, one of the reasons why there was a change in Virginia, as far as like
Right.
the government. They said that played a role in it.
I believe it. Like I said, I'm just glad, I would be terribly concerned. That's what I'm saying. They're going too far. This is not what I didn't vote Democrat. I always vote that way because mostly the contracts that I had were labor friendly.
Labor related, yeah.
Right. But they're going to a point now where I can't.
Yeah, that's not even, they are way left.
Yeah, they went
way left.
Yeah.
Extremely left, extremely, yeah. It's basically, the policies are like socialist.
Yeah.
But then it's, man.
With this other movement, it's went past anything I can deal with.
Yeah, that's why I can't put my stock in it. Can't put my stock in it either way, one way or the other.
I understand. Believe me, I understand.
Yeah, man, that was and I don't know. Hold on, let me see this real quick if I can show you this. This is the let's see. This is it. These are the parents, like their parents and students outraged at their handling of it.
Yeah.
No, they want resignations.
Fair enough. Because at least if I knew they was gonna have the kid in the school, I could take my daughter out if I knew that type of kid was in the building.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous. Wait, they say boys out of girls' spaces.
Yeah,
that worked
I
both
know
ways.
that the original regular people, the regular gay people.
What?
I don't know if I'm saying it right. Just the regular gay people that I grew up with, they're having a problem with all these different letters now. They like, wait a minute, this is not what we meant. So even they're saying it's going too far now with the different letters, and you don't have to have a sex or I'm serious, brother. They said we did not want all this, be this one day, an elephant the next day, and a woman the next day.
Trans penguin.
They said that is not what they meant. So that's what I'm saying. When people start opening that door, everybody run through it.
Zim and Zim.
Yeah, Zims and yeah.
Stop.
I don't know but my school, when I was in school, they always been hands off when it really came to like bullying and dealing with other children.
What do you mean, bro? You mean like explain?
Disciplinary actions that was never really relevant, like
bullying?
all the issues. Yeah.
Oh man, listen, you better stand up for yourself. I seen teachers bully kids.
Yeah.
I'm for real. I'm dead serious. I seen there was nobody gonna save you from being bullied.
Right.
But see, what people don't know, is that this anti-bullying program that was put forth through the Obama administration was a Trojan horse to push all these homosexual agendas through.
It's
Because
brand-
technically, you talking about all this, you can't treat any kids technically inappropriately. Before you get all these, where all these new rules coming from? That was the Trojan horse, anti-bullying. That was the Trojan horse for that.
In my school.
Huh?
There was no bullying in my school.
No?
There was no bullying agenda. There was no.
Oh,
focus
no
on
bullying agenda. I thought you said there was no bullying. Yeah.
Yeah, there was no bullying agenda in my school. People dealt with it.
Right. You fought or you just got
Yeah.
bullied.
That's crap.
You fought.
Yeah.
Ain't like today.
Yeah, my dad, he had a rule, man, that if he ever got a call, like the principals had the call or whatever, that you got into a fight or got into a situation and you told the teacher and didn't do nothing back, he used to tell you right on the phone in front of the principal, you're gonna have another problem with somebody else touching you when you get home. Like he gonna whoop you for not fighting back.
Yeah, that's parents did. That was very common.
Yeah.
That was very common. Not today. Yeah, that's but there was no bullying. There was like, and it was just what it was. There was no, you had to stick up for yourself or be, nobody was coming to save you. Somebody might have an older brother or a cousin or something like that, maybe leave them alone, but yeah, times were different. Certainly, times were different.
All right, y'all gonna get mad at me on this one.
What's that?
Here's another decaying of society I see.
What's that?
The brand new cats think they should be equal to the old senior guys. I'm watching people walk on a job and want to instantly have the same respect and authority as somebody who's been there for 20, 30 years. My wife is dealing with that new hires where she went back to work, and I'm watching the fire department crumble because they forced all the senior leadership out to bring in a new environment. And what we have now are a bunch of 20-somethings and early 30-somethings filing lawsuits on each other. He don't like me, hostile work environment. This mess.
Environment?
No, them ain't firefighters. Those are fire people. Firefighters, we did it like the way we was talking about. When we get off work, we gonna go down back and get this over with. That's what it was. We wasn't filing charges, trying to take nobody's job. We would go, you don't like me and I don't like you. So we just stay away from each other. When the bell rang, we put that file. And then next list, one of us would transfer out. We never filed hostile work environment. We took care of the older guys who had been on 25 years. We go, look, man, you just drive. The young guys would run in and out, haul all the stuff. But now we got new guys go, I want to drive. I'm on the fire department too. Man, you don't even know where the streets are. But
let me ask you a question, brother.
Yes.
When you became, when you went to fire school, whatever the process was, did y'all have all of the certifications and qualifications that they have now? Like the NPQ and firefighter 1 and all that stuff?
Oh yeah, we had firefighter 1 and all that. But when
like I know they got a degree program now.
Yeah.
Did y'all have that?
It started, well, you can go to use the stuff that we taught in the academy in the continuing education, like after 2001, everything changed. Like it was just EMS and firefighting. After 2001, we had to start going to class for chemical warfare, terrorist training, and because there's so much different stuff now that the job has expanded.
Right.
On a whole nother. And then what really got me was sticking the computers on everything.
Yeah.
That changed it a lot. But no, nowadays the academy is much longer than when I went in. And when I went to paramedic school was just like 3 months when I went. Now it's almost a year long. They said
Yeah,
when
it's
guys
2
come
years
out
now.
now, they're almost nurses when they come out now. And that's after you get on the job because of, you know, the amount of training they got to take. So yeah, no, back 30, yeah, 89.
'Cause I went to
You bogged out, brother.
I was just saying, I went to paramedic school. It was an 18-month course. And
Whoa.
then they had they got a degree program too, an associate's degree program, which is 2 years.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the B
I was
one?
No,
Right.
not the
Oh, okay.
not the B. This was before the B. I went before the B. But I came in EMT I was an intermediate 85. It was I-85 when I went.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I went straight to paramedic. And then once I finished with paramedic school, they added another EMT course. It was like EMT B, and then they had EMT A, and they took away the I.
Right. We had that.
Right,
They were
but
different degrees. Then
Right.
Columbus did away with basics. Everybody's a basic, but then they had intermediate or advanced,
Right.
and then paramedics. And so now everybody's a paramedic if you go through the
Right.
program now. You know, like
See,
they
I
said,
asked that because are the new firemen and the new classes, like, are they more educated, or do they have more
Absolutely.
certifications?
absolutely smart,
So yeah.
scary,
Yeah.
cowardly, they soft. Not all of them, but man,
they feel like they're smarter than y'all.
and I think that's it. They
Yeah.
too smart for their own good.
Yeah.
Because if you can't get along with people in it, because you live with somebody for 24 hours, you
Right.
live there with them, and you can't figure that part out. It don't matter. Because everybody now, the kid is special. I used to tell my son, "You're not very good at hockey, son. Let me see what I can get out there at equipment and sell it, finding something else, you know." And so, you know, you got to. Well, anyway. That's what happened when you would, what would we say that happens to? Yeah, a lot of these dudes I would say were feminine. We had a dude, they just told about a dude that filed a lawsuit because he had, now they said you can't have hair below your ears and all that mess. Now you know that going in. He done went and got dreads put in and came to work late and was mad because they wrote him up. Filed, "You picking on me." What's that thing? "You picking on me, singling me out" thing.
Discrimination?
Something like that. I'm not sure what they call it nowadays, but might have been hostile workplace because they picking on him. But it was clearly in the rules how we had, like I said, I ain't shaved since I left the place because every roll call you had to just be shaved. You know what I'm saying? They know that going in. So now if he wanted to have those changed, he should fight it. Or do it, you know, through the system like the police did. Now the police around here can grow beards. You know, not big long beards, but they're allowed to have beards now. Oh, he said he did.
That made me think about like the men and women dynamic where like women feel like they smarter than men because they got, you know, this degree or that degree, and seeing it happen with like the youth and the elderly. They just feel like they smarter than the elderly because, you know, I've been to this school, I've been to that school. It's crazy.
Title too.
Yeah.
You know, I was gonna say now. Oh, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Even though these gentlemen have more training, they don't have any practical experience. So now the dude gets promoted. He wants to start hollering at the guy what to do. Now, and I would. So last, you know, a couple of years before I left, a place they, you know, the guys ran to put the fire out, but then we supposed to overhaul. So this dude wants to be a micromanager, so they just stood there and looked at him. And he said, "Take that down." They would take that down and then stop and look at him again. Now, generally when a guy gets promoted, especially if he's young, he will say, "Hey guys, I'm new to this. I ain't been in charge much. Y'all see something, tell me, blah, blah, I'm gonna follow y'all's lead." And you know, he pretty much will let the senior guys run the program, you know. he would oversee, but he wouldn't micromanage. So that's yeah. Just as the smart, you still have to have some practical experience, and that part I think is forgotten. But yeah, there's a lot of people got degrees over me, man, but they can't tie their shoes.
I don't know. I say, well, when we visited you, I saw that picture of you running in that fire.
Oh yeah. That was the gas can blew up on me. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Now,
not.
we got people that won't go in. They
I don't
join
know
the
what
fire
class is that.
they call. I don't know what they call it, man. But our best people have been construction workers, ex-athletes. You know, people used to working as a team and just being aggressive.
Yeah, take a certain kind of mentality to do that.
You know,
you can't necessarily get it out of the classroom.
Right. So,
all right, brothers. All right, it's good talking to y'all, brothers, and I appreciate y'all. And Lord willing, I see y'all in a few hours. Question and answer. All right, good brothers. Y'all take care.
Good night, brothers.
All right, y'all be safe.
Peace.
Peace, family.